Hey, everybody. Welcome to your Hear Your Truth Tuesday. I am Leslie Pogue, your host. And, again, Chief Happy Officer, here to be there for you and give you wonderful resources. Today, we are talking about get telehelp for mental health. So, a lot of telehelp companies have really come into the limelight. They were there before 2020, but after 2020, they just exploded. And with all the endorsements from people like Selena Gomez, Michael Phelps, and Demi Lovato, it really has, telehelp has really come to the forefront of helping people with their mental health, especially remotely. And another benefit of the telehealth option is that it can minimize some of the stigma because it's more private, I guess. It's easier to access remotely. You don't necessarily have to share it with your employer, although I believe some of them can be covered by insurance. But you want to find that solution that works best for you. Companies offer EAP programs, and usually that allows someone to seek mental help with a therapist directly. I think you can do it online as well, virtual, but you usually only get 3 visits. After that, you do have to sign on and for free, rather. Let me rephrase that. You get 3 visits usually for free or under the EAP. And then if you want to continue on, then it becomes a copay with your health insurance usually. But with the telehelp, it is usually a little bit pricier. It is more individual. Again, I believe that some of them do offer where you can pay through your health insurance. I would definitely check that out if that is an option you're open to exploring, because telehealth really, again, gives you that privacy that I think people are looking for, especially people in offices who feel that if they use the EAP program, their company's going to know that they're seeking mental health help or seeing a therapist. They won't, by the way, but that's the whole issue. So there's that stigma behind it. And operating from that stigma or from that guilt, from whatever that is culturally, personally, spiritually, religiously, whatever it is that feeds that hesitancy to seek that kind of help, telehelp kind of puts you in this little bubble, for lack of a better way of putting it. It makes it a little bit more digestible, I feel. So this one's going to be a quick one. I wanted to mention that with the holidays and everything coming up, I know that people tend to think that the holidays increase depression and anxiety, and they don't. I mean, there is a fair amount of that, but the holidays are, even though you're around family, it's also still a pretty isolating time. The time that really sparks the spike in depression and anxiety and those kinds of mental health triggers is usually summertime, usually when people are more social. So spring and summer, when people are more social, there are more gatherings around. That's when the depression sets in because people are thinking, I don't have friends to hang out with and all of that. But that's a whole other episode. So thinking about your holidays and then, spending time with family can be stressful. Still working, because since more people are working remote, they're more likely to continue working over the holiday season, whereas you may take a week or two off during that time and be completely separated from your job. So keeping those things in mind and baking in that help, as you were, for that is really a useful tool. So consider looking. I gave you in the chat or in the description, I gave you a handful of options like BetterHelp, and every time I try and think of it, I can't think of it. Talkspace. There it is. Talkspace, BetterHelp. These are companies that really they stood out in 2022. So they come highly recommended. I know I do some work for a coaching company called Amwell, ALV, and they deal with life coaching, career coaching, and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're finding the solution that's for you, You can find out what you need about that company. You can also reach out to me because, as I just mentioned, I do individual coaching as well. So if you want to reach out to me and talk through some of the areas that you want to work through, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me at I'm sorry, I always do that, at Leslie, Leslie, at LPSpeak, LPSpeak.com. So you can email me or you can go to my website and see, how to reach me. But feel free to find the solution that works for you. Telehealth is such a great resource. Our mental health is so important at any time of year, not just during the holidays, but year round. So really find that solution and start planning to go into 2023, making your mental health a priority. All right, that's it for me. Follow me on Facebook at LPSpeak. Follow me on Instagram at LPSpeak, and follow me on TikTok at LPSpeak. And as always, until next time, go be do.